What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you a more advanced tutorial on making a logo. So in this tutorial I did actually use Cinema 4D text. I used this text. If you watch my other video of how to get Cinema 4D text in Photoshop, that should help you if you're getting stuck on that bit. But what we want to try and make is we want to try and make it look like this. So first off, you're going to need to go File, New, put the width on 800 like so, height also on 800, and make sure color mode is selected on RGB color and 8-bit should already be like that. Press OK. So once it loads, I'm gonna simply rasterize the background layer by converting to a smart object and then rasterize layer. So once you've done that, I think I'm gonna shove in a little bit of gradient. So what you need to select the gradient tool, and you need to select this thing up here. I'm dragging it around for some reason, and select your colors. I've already done all this, so yeah. So once you've made your gradient look okay, I suppose that looks alright. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna open up a texture file, which should be on my desktop. If you're watching this and you're a more advanced user, you should have some texture files already in. If not, search them on YouTube. You can't find them on YouTube. What have I done? Okay, right. If you can't find them on YouTube, just search it on Google, I suppose. I just found them on YouTube. Textures pack. So if I go back on my Untitled and Control V. Okay, at least it's not too big. It's massive. Right, so I'm gonna make it a lot more small by holding Shift and Control, and then you have to click Control T to get it up, or however you like. I'm gonna try and move this around and get it to the right size. I'm not sure if there's any shortcuts for doing this. Right, so once again, Control T, hold Shift, pull down to your desired size. Let's do that. Let's do that. I just want to get it covering the whole thing, really. Right, so once you've done that, you're gonna need to apply the transformation and drag a layer, your first layer, above it, like so. So now this is above it, right? So then you need to double click your gradient layer. I should have named it gradient, really. And on blend mode, you need to go down to multiply, like this. And then as you can see, it leaves a nice effect in the background because this molds into the blue bit. If it goes into the black bit, as you can see, it sort of does, and you don't want it there, all you need to do is fiddle around with the opacity, like so. I'm going to leave it on 78, that looks pretty neat. And then if you watch my video, you should have, I'm going to copy my Cinema 4D text into my Untitled, like so. But when you drag it in, make sure it's above your gradient layer, because then it's its actual color. If you don't want it like that, then I suppose don't do that like that. I'm not going to use the arrow keys for that. Anyway, I'm going to make this slightly smaller by pressing Control T, holding Shift, and making it smaller, like so. Once you've done all that, place around your name where you want it. This is my short name, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make some normal text, and I'm going to select the color to blue, and I'm going to have the font size on 76, and I'm going to put my font on there. So I'm going to put it down here, and then I'm going to put Ripside. Then it has a nice blue effect, but it's covering up the lines, so what you have to do, you need to drag it below all of the layers, like so. And then what it does, it makes a faint sort of name, and it's like a behind the texture. So as you can see, you've got a massive line going through it. If you don't like that, then put it above it, as a dark blue, put it above the layer, it has your normal colour. But I prefer it like this. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. I will hopefully upload soon, since I've missed a couple of days where I was a bit lazy and I was making some backgrounds for friends and people that asked for them. So yeah, please subscribe and send me a private message of tutorials to do, because I do get stuck on what to do. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you later.